You are listening to the FTWpodcast.com, where we talk about wrestling in all of its laughable glory. Here's a clip from this week's episode.
2 weeks ago, per the suggestions of our friends and family on Twitter and Facebook, we unveiled our plan to create the FTW Hall of Shame. That elite group will be based on the judgment of us, the fans. The official induction ceremony will take place on Saturday, March 31st. We'll be doing a live WrestleMania 28 pay-per-view special at 3 p.m. on March 31st. The first week, we asked for nominations for Worst Wrestlers. We got names like Khali, Mongo McMichael. I know, Rob, that was your favorite one. David Flair also came in.
Oh, was it?
Last week, we asked for Worst Managers. Now, these nominations are just that, nominations. They may make it. They may be spared for another year. That will be completely up to you, the people listening to the show tonight. Everyone, it's up to you, as we'll be posting a poll in about a week or so, right before the WrestleMania pre-show. So for Worst Managers, the nominations are Harvey Whippleman, Tony Atlas, Missy Hyatt, Simon Dean, AJ, Rosa Mendez, and, of course, another nomination for Rico, because how could you forget about Rico?
I got one more for you guys.
Yeah.
And that is, and I know I'm going to get some heat for this, is the Doctor of Stizile Slick. I just don't remember him doing anything positive for the teams he managed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can see that.
Could maybe say the same thing about Uncle Cletus for the Godwins, but he's not on the list.
He could be now.
You know, I think...
And I don't want to hear any arguments about AJ, because what has AJ done besides stand there and looked remotely concerned when Daniel Bryan gets the hell beat out of him?
Well, she's mildly attractive.
Anything?
Well, I mean, Daniel Bryan still hasn't said he loves her, so maybe
There's a
that's
lot
her
of tension.
hesitation.
There's a lot of tension there, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she just needs a good roll in the hay.
Ooh.
Giggity, 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 goo.
All right, so, again, Rob, was there any that you wanted to add here?
No, for managers, I think the list pretty much covers everything that I could think of.
Okay. Well, you can still send in nominations, as we'll be accepting those for another week. We're also accepting nominations for Worst Wrestlers. However, this week, we've got a new wing to the Hall of Shame that we're announcing, and that is for staff. This wing, we need you to send in your list of the worst staff members in the history of wrestling. That includes owners, general managers, writers, commentators, regardless if they were on camera or off camera, basically the people who make the product work, or in this case, not work. You can tweet those to us, put them in the live chat, or post it on Facebook. And, all right. By the way, the live chat is saying you can't really call AJ a manager. She's more like a valet.
Funny you mention that, because I discussed that technicality before the show, but I disagree. I'm still throwing it in that category.
Yeah, we could upgrade it to managers and valets, but then that opens a whole other floodgate. We'd have to revisit it. You know, that can be an addition for next year, I think, is to add the valets.
But I don't get what the difference is.
Well, a manager gives expertise. A valet is just eye candy.
Yeah, a manager.
But valet still gets in the way sometimes. Helps win the match.
A manager is supposed to help you win the match, either
I
by.
think ranking is a good definition of a manager. Lou Albano, there's another one. I mean, these guys they're the ones who are behind, and they're pushing the guys to go forward, as opposed to, like Stacy Keibler when she was with the Dudleys. She wasn't a manager. She was the bimbo who followed them around. And I love you, Stacy. I swear to God, you're still in my top 10. But yeah. There is a difference between a valet and a manager, even though the line is thin.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I don't really see a whole lot of difference, especially in the last 20 years or so. They get involved somehow, and that's basically what the manager is there for, to get involved in some fashion. But anyways, that's semantics.
Well, you've heard our thoughts, but now we want to hear from you. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter, and even join us live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. at the FTWpodcast.com.